Okay, continuing with our Muskogee Phoenix Media Day, we have up next the Haskell Haymakers, and Coach Phil McWilliams, former assistant at Hilldale, now in his first year leading the Big Blue. Coach, would you like to start us off with just some opening thoughts on what you've done so far and what your expectations are going forward?
Well, we've had a really productive summer, and a bunch of guys have come out and put in a lot of work. We probably put in more 7-on-7s this summer than any team in the state, and we've kind of been able to grow the roster with more and more guys wanting to come be a part of what we're doing. So, and then on top of that, we've had a good summer in the weight room, and guys have gotten bigger and stronger and faster, and just kind of starting to build towards our goals, and then getting ready to kick this thing off with practice next Monday.
Coach, you've been an assistant for some time. Talk about that transition into your first head coaching assignment.
Well, obviously, being in charge of everything and making sure everything goes smoothly is a big thing to make sure that you've got it all lined out. But I've done a lot of administrative work and coaching for several years, and had a couple of years as a head coach with the soccer program at Hilldale, so that really helped me kind of know some things that I needed to be in charge of and on top of. And but more than anything, just I think I've had a great assistant coach staff that we've put together that has helped me make sure that we're getting everything done, and I've had some great leaders within the team to make sure that I'm not the one calling guys to get them there. They're going and doing it themselves and waking guys up and going to their house and picking them up even. So a lot of things that, a head coach may have to do in a new job, I've had a lot of help with the assistants and these players really getting focused on making this team better. So
you came in the spring. What was the first thing you did in terms of laying down the groundwork and the foundation for everything moving forward?
Really just showed them that I was there to work and ready to get after it and make this team better and do whatever it took to make the team better. And kind of my expectation of them was the same thing. If you'll come to work, we can go do something pretty special here and make this a great place to play football. And really, it's been since then. It's been them buying into what we're doing, and I don't have to stay on them about. I don't even think I've said the words buy in this summer. They were ready to do it. They were hungry for somebody to lead them, and I think that my leadership style probably fits what they want to do over there pretty well, because I'm just a get up and go to work guy, and I'm not a big rah-rah and blow smoke and things like that. I'm just telling them what we're going to do, and we just go do it. So,
well, first question here for the players down here on the end, Junior. Based on what he said, how tough has it been? I mean, you guys, in terms of buying in and the hunger, especially the hunger that he spoke of, with what y'all went through last year and the short season, COVID, and everything else, you talk about that hunger.
So I have to be completely honest. Last year, I think it has mostly to do with the coaching staff, if I can put it that way. I feel like there's a lot of talent within our school. I feel like the certain aspect of it, the people who were just there at the moment didn't really know how to harness and get to those players, because us not being a big school, a lot of the players have to work, to help their families and stuff like that, and they just weren't very flexible around it. One of the biggest things I think that helped players buy in this year was Coach McWilliams is phenomenal. He is flexible to work with you. He's not so focused on what goes on in the summer. He's more worried about that first game in the fall and putting those numbers up on the board. It's been, personally, really relaxed. He doesn't put it on you to, be there here, be there now, that kind of stuff. He puts it on us for us to take the team in the direction we want it, and we haven't been going nowhere but straight up.
Jason, the struggles of going through COVID by itself and not having that, what do you play, 6 games? how tough was that to just, it seems like so much about that just by itself is not really a football season. How did that feel going through all that? Specifically COVID and all the, hurdles, and then seeing the season kind of wilt away.
Honestly, it's like it was terrible because sometimes we didn't have all the players in there because, sometimes they got sick and everything. Yeah. But then 1 week we'd get ready for a game and then, not even play them because, at the last second, we'll have to do the COVID and everything. And so, yeah.
What's been the best thing now that you've been back? And even if there's, that flexibility in terms of, as Junior said, the responsibilities away from the field and all that. What's been the best thing about this off season and being with the new coaching staff and everything else?
This year has actually been so much better than any other year since I'm a senior now. All of those 4 years, I feel really great about this season. And what's it called?
Just. What was the one thing about this year that you missed last year? Whether it be, the not being able to work out in the spring, summer, or whatever, or anything that happened during the year. What did you miss the most out of that crazy experience?
I think the summer stuff we've done this year has been great for these guys because they pretty much lost all last summer. And I think, for Jason, going into his senior year, and he's played a lot of football there, they basically got a half a season last year. And this summer, we've almost put in a season's worth of work going to 7-on-7s and team camp and the things that we've been doing. Even our linemen have been getting to go to some lineman league. And so it's been, I know from what I've been told from the guys is that's, they just love getting to get out there and compete and play. And that's kind of been a big thing that was just missing after all the things that they went through last year. So,
okay, Brandon, as a quarterback, the disruption and all, and it probably hurts a quarterback more than anything because you've got timing issues, you've got just the rhythm of everything. What hurt the most for you personally in terms of your development last year and progression?
I think it was just not being able to go to summer, go to the 7-on-7s, throw to my receivers, and I guess it was just hard not being able to actually throw to them and get that experience that we need to go play a game.
Looking at yourself and kind of play coach, looking in the mirror, what have you feel like you've done best this summer? Where have you made the most progress in your development as a guy behind center?
I'd say it'd be throwing the ball to my receivers and letting them go and get the ball.
Okay. And you got one of those receivers next to you. I want you both to talk about the chemistry that, maybe you have developed over this summer. Come to each other. Brandon, you first, and then Fernando, you can answer the same question.
Well, I feel like that we just I know where to throw the ball and he knows where to be, and it's just there, I guess.
Have y'all thrown a little bit off the side and stuff outside of practice, just getting together and, kind of going out the field?
Yeah, we'll go after workouts sometimes or after we go and condition outside, and we'll throw a few routes.
I usually have to come get them off the field and tell them, hey, we're locking up, let's go home. So, yeah, they've done a great job of working on their own this summer, doing a lot that I'm not even asking them to do because they just want to be better. And just talk about his improvement this summer. We got guys running 40, 50 yards downfield, just running under the balls that he's throwing down there to him. So he's made some huge strides this summer, and a lot of that is the experience that they didn't have last year with the off season, the uncertainty of COVID from week to week, and even with just getting to be out there and I don't know about I've got all the confidence in the world in the guy. So we just talk about stuff. If something doesn't work, we go, let's go do something different. If he wants to do something or likes a certain play against a certain coverage, he's got the freedom to call it because he's the one throwing it. I can't throw it. So I couldn't throw it if I tried, so I got to trust him to do it. So
That's a pretty good thing coming from a coach. You know, you kind of got the freedom to be yourself a little bit out there, you know,
Yeah.
and all. How about that, especially in the first year where you're just kind of getting to know this guy?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. A couple times when we're doing 7-on-7, he's just comes in the huddle and is like, what do you want to call? What do you want to run? And we do that.
Deal. How does that make you feel?
It's great. I mean, to have him have confidence in me is good.
And it adds to your own confidence knowing that, hey, you know, I can kind of be more of the game manager out here. Fernando, back to you about that chemistry deal between you and your quarterback here. You know, talk about that and how you see it working out so far.
Well, it's working out pretty good. You know, me and my quarterback have that connection. You know, we building it up. We're like brothers.
Y'all played baseball too, right?
Yeah, yes, we did.
Yeah, would you say that as some coaches like to see guys, you know, not necessarily in off season, but competing in something, you know, year in, year out, you know, month in, month out. How does that help you? You know, being a multi-sport athlete and just having that constant competition.
It just helps because, like I said, we're together. Not like
Just good chemistry, huh?
yeah, good chemistry, our connection.
You know, now I'm going to ask you. I know in baseball, you guys had zero depth. Now I'm thinking you probably got a little bit more depth out here on the football field. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're looking forward to that occasional break, right? Good deal. What? Let's have a little fun here.
he's not going to get any breaks this year.
Oh, he's not.
I don't get breaks.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if we should believe that. He said that Brandon wasn't the quarterback out there when we were going over the roster. So
Maybe I said he wasn't the kicker. I don't know. So we definitely the depth question has definitely helped us in our skill position guys. We do have a lot more depth than what we started with there, and have developed some guys, and some new guys have come in. But as far as Fernando goes, I mean, this summer everywhere we went, he'd score 4 or 5 touchdowns and have 2 or 3 interceptions, you know, at every 7-on-7. So yeah, he's gonna have to make sure he's in good enough shape to stay on the field all the time. So.
Junior, let's go back to you here. The trust, you know, in terms of, and you talked about a lot of things that have kind of fit well, but you know, in some situations, you know, a new coach comes in, there is some sort of adjustment to the unfamiliar. What's been that one thing that's you know maybe you know taken a little bit, or let's again go back to what's made this one so easy?
I feel like the biggest thing to get used to is the freedom for us to take the team where we want it. I feel I haven't been in the program for very long, about 3 years, but I've seen 3 different coaches in that time. And for the most part, they wanted to take the team where they wanted it to. Now, we all want to go win championships and whatnot, but it was a little bit more than that, if I can put it that way. I think the biggest thing for us is just getting acclimated to this is our team, you know. He's giving us the freedom to do what we want with it.
Now, I said we were going to have some fun. Tell me who your biggest cheerleader is on Friday night.
Biggest cheerleader? Well,
I can't answer.
might as well say it. I actually got a girlfriend who is a cheerleader. And she, yeah, I'd put her as the biggest cheerleader. So.
Well, if she's watching, you're probably in pretty good shape now. You know.
Yeah,
okay?
as long as I just keep my eyes on the field.
Yeah, you know, mama or grandma or somebody out there, you know, may not be, but you know, hey, keep the girlfriend in good shape.
Exactly.
Jason, what about you? Who's your biggest cheerleader on Friday night?
I would say my little brother. I'm not a little brother, my big brother. Yeah.
How much age difference is there?
1.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm a big brother because I'm taller than him.
Okay. Coach, I'll ask you that too.
Well, I don't know that I have biggest cheerleader. I know I've got a lot of people that come and support me and come out to watch. Had a lot of people say we're going to come to your games, and I'm like, well, I don't know why I'm not playing, but yeah, I've had a lot of support with that. But this year the granddaughter will be a little bit older and almost 2, and so she'll get to experience the high school football experience on Friday nights, and so that'll probably be the one I go make sure I go say hi to right after ball games. So,
Okay. Brandon?
I would say my mom and dad.
Okay. Who's the loudest, though?
Definitely my dad.
Okay. Okay. Fernando?
I would definitely have to say my mom.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Coach, kind of size up your district and your schedule.
Well, our district is Murderers Row, pretty much. You've got the defending state champion. You've got a state semifinal team in there. You've got with Metro and Beggs, and they're always good, and they always reload. So, I'll probably look at those at the top 2 teams in our district. Victory Christian is coming off another good year last year, and they've got a tailback that's pretty highly rated and a good little player that we've seen. And then you've got Kiefer in there, who also was a playoff team last year, and in the format, everybody was a playoff team last year, but in the regular format, and they put a whooping on us pretty good last year. So I think they've got some kids coming back that are pretty good players. So those probably, I would say, are the top 4 in our district right now as far as what's coming back from last year. And then we also have Henrietta, Morris, and Okmulgee in there, who I believe we lost to Henrietta and Okmulgee last year, and beat Morris was the one win. So we've got a pretty decent mix of teams in there, and but we're going to go out and try to compete for that district this year, and we finish weeks 9 and 10 at Beggs, and then at home versus Metro. So kind of our tougher games are at the end of the year as far as the top notch, but every game's going to be a tough game. Our non-district, you've got Morrison, who was 10-3 last year. They've been a Class A power for a long time, and then Porter is doing some things to turn their program around, and Claremore Sequoia as well as our opener. They had a great season last year and had a big win against us last year. So pretty much the whole schedule for us is going to be a challenge to get out there and kind of implement the things we want to do and go prove ourselves. So.
Well, okay. Good meeting the Haskell Haymakers and Coach, and all you guys. Best of luck in 2021. Thank you.
Thank you.